Cactus 15.9, turn left lane 270.
This is Cactus 1539. Hit birds through lost thrust on both engines, returning back towards LaGuardia.
Tower, stop your departures, got emergency returning. Yeah, it was a bird strike. Can I get him in for runway 1?
We can't do it. We're going to be in the Hudson.
2718. I think he said he was going in the Hudson.
The flight that landed in the Hudson River may be the best-known bird-aircraft collision, but every strike and every airport deserves and should receive the same attention. From collecting remains to identifying species at the Smithsonian Institution Bird Lab, a strike at your airport is just as important. These guidelines will help you collect and ship specimens and report strikes in order to learn the species responsible and develop plans to reduce strike risks. As long as birds and humans continue to share the skies, bird-aircraft collisions or bird strikes are inevitable. Today, bird strikes are an increasing safety concern, costing the global aviation industry more than $1 billion a year and putting precious lives at risk. Biologists and aviation experts in government and the private sector are working to prevent future bird strikes, and we need your help. Increased reporting to military and national strike databases and better technology are giving the industry unparalleled intelligence on bird strike trends. The first line of prevention lies in understanding the specific types of birds that are involved. We can't fix the problem if we don't know the cause. Once the bird species is known, wildlife specialists can use information on species ecology, habitat needs, and migration patterns to help airports develop tailored habitat management programs to alleviate the potential for bird-aircraft collisions. And it all begins with you. We need you to report every strike to your organization and send remains for identification. You can collect bird strike evidence and send it to the Smithsonian Institution's Feather Identification Lab in Washington, D.C. This lab specializes in identifying bird species involved in bird strikes for military and civil aviation. Bird strike samples submitted to the Feather Lab are identified with a combination of DNA analysis, microscopic feather characters, and comparing whole feathers or feather fragments to the museum's comprehensive collection of bird specimens. This video is your guide to reporting bird strikes and will show you how to collect evidence from a bird strike, how to ship the evidence, and the follow-up to the reporting process. Remember, report all bird strikes and send remains for species identification. It is required for most military and encouraged for civil aviation. Your information is crucial to help prevent bird strikes. If a bird strike occurs at your airport, reporting the incident and having the bird remains identified can make a difference. In the U.S., civil bird strikes can be reported to the FAA database online with the form FAA 5200-7. U.S. Air Force bird strikes should be reported online through AFSAS, the Air Force Safety Automated System. The U.S. Navy and Marine Corps can report bird strikes with WES, the Web-Enabled Safety System. Collecting evidence is a vital first step in bird strike species identification. Even if the bird species is known, it is recommended to send material to the Smithsonian to confirm and document the information. Material you recover may be in the form of a whole or partial carcass, whole feathers, feather fragments, or Snarge, a term used to describe blood and tissue from a bird strike. To keep the identification process accurate and efficient, the lab recommends collecting feathers, blood, tissue, or any other minute evidence or bird part that is found after a bird strike. The more evidence collected, the better. If you recover a whole bird, pluck a variety of feathers from the breast, back, wing, and tail. Be sure to pluck, not cut the feathers. The fluffy, downy part at the base of the feathers can be important evidence for species ID. Also, do not use any sticky substance such as tape. For partial birds, collect the best variety of feathers available, especially feathers that show any color or pattern. If you find feathers only, send all material that is available. All feather material should be placed in a clean, resealable plastic bag. If all that is available is blood or tissue, send as much material as you can. The best way to collect this type of bird strike remains is to wipe the area with a prepackaged alcohol wipe or spray the area with alcohol, and wipe with a clean towel or cloth. Another way to collect bird strike snarge that is fresh is to use a DNA collecting card. Use a sterile applicator to wipe off material. Press the applicator to the card to transfer the material to the card. Allow the card and applicator to dry before sealing it in the bag. Include the applicator and any available feathers with the card. When collecting blood and tissue for DNA analysis, always start with clean collecting material. Do not use water, bleach, or other cleansers to collect blood and tissue. They destroy or degrade DNA. If both feathers and snarge are found, send both types of evidence. It is all useful in the analysis. When packaging the material, be sure to allow samples to dry before shipment. This helps prevent mold growth, which degrades DNA. Secure all material in a resealable plastic bag. Be sure to collect bird remains from each part of the aircraft that was struck. If the plane was hit with multiple strikes, submit each sample. Write the identifying report number and incident information on the bag of remains with permanent marker. Be sure to enclose a copy of the AFSAS shipping sheet, WES report, or FAA Form 5200-7 with the bagged and labeled remains. There are two options for shipping bird strike cases. For routine, non-damaging cases, standard postal service is fine. If a case is priority or damaging, overnight shipping is recommended. Always use safe handling precautions when handling bird strike evidence. Wear gloves and practice common sense hygiene. Thoroughly wash hands with soap and water or use hand sanitizers. Although the transfer of avian disease to humans is extremely rare, and the global spread of disease alerts us to take care when handling and collecting bird remains. Your organization might want to assemble your own bird strike collecting kits in advance of an incident. Having pre-made kits available improves strike reporting and encourages the sampling of bird strike remains. You can keep a supply in field vehicles or office supply cabinets for quick access. Items recommended for kits include resealable plastic bags of various sizes, permanent markers, pre-packaged alcohol wipes or spray bottle with alcohol, paper or cloth wipes, personal safety items including latex gloves, protective eyewear, face masks, hand sanitizing gel, and DNA collection card and sterile applicators. Once the lab has a final identification, the species information is entered into the online bird strike report. An electronic copy of the revised report is sent to the contact noted for that report. Online reporting is strongly recommended and may be required. Please include email contact information. Please remember these important steps when a bird-aircraft collision occurs. Collect remains, file a report, and ship remains for identification. Today, more than 108,000 bird strikes are stored within the system that is maintained by the USDA's Wildlife Services for the Federal Aviation Administration. The military has reported around 100,000 documented cases of bird strikes. The vital data provided by your reporting and collection of bird strike evidence is used by aviation personnel, including biologists, airfield managers, accident investigators, and engineers, to interpret damage, assess environmental management, and create bird strike risk models. Remember, everybody needs to report bird strikes, not just the military. Not just large municipal airports. Even small airports need to report a bird strike. Every airport, every bird strike. Your effort and your information could help mitigate the bird strike problem. In doing so, you're helping to make the skies safer for us all. More information on bird strike reporting can be found at your organization's website.